Hey there, Gemini. It's Keegan. Hope you guys have been doing well. I'm going to shuffle a little bit and talk to you guys. It's going to be less than a minute, minute and a half probably. Just want to let you know this reading that you're listening to right now will be the reading that covers the energy for December of 2020. You will get another reading from me mid-December, but that will be moving into the energy of January, the first half of January 2021. Basically, I'm just ready to be out of 2020, and I can do it energetically by pushing these energies out, and then I'll just have to deal with being here until it's over, actually in the real world. So I just want to let you guys know that, so you would be prepared for what's coming in a couple of weeks. We will be jumping ahead into the new year. Also, I want to just let you know really quickly that I am doing some specials during December. I've put that information up on the screen for you. I'm doing 30 and 60-minute readings. Pricing is there. I'm also doing a limited amount of 2021 year forecast. And those readings actually take a look at the full year upcoming for 2021. Take a look at what energies are approaching you, what the year has in store for you. If you're interested in that one in particular, let me know as soon as possible because I'm not doing a lot of them. Space is limited. And if you're interested in any personal reading with me, you can let me know and get details about how to get that scheduled by emailing me keaghantarot@gmail.com. So, like I said, minute and a half. Gonna shuffle a little bit more with this deck. Doesn't quite feel ready yet. I'm gonna turn some of these cards and see if that helps. Gemini, I will say one thing in terms of tuning into you guys before sitting down to film. Your energy feels just a bit down to me, and I'm not gonna read too much into that because, you know, 2020 has been weird. The holiday seasons are weird. That isn't, you know, completely unthinkable that your energy will be down. But I did just want to note it. You feel a little bit down. Not necessarily, I wouldn't say fully like in a depression, but kind of just like a funk. Just feeling like your motivation isn't there. There's something that's weighing on you a little bit. And that card right there really wants to come out, so we're going to take it. We'll go through and shuffle. I want to get one more, I think, for you guys. Yeah, there's something that's weighing on you. I'm interested in seeing what comes out in the reading itself, too. So let's see what came out with the Oracle cards. So the first card I'm drawn to here, this card says, obstacles are detours in the right direction. And then we have my outer experiences are a reflection of my internal condition. We can't see this card yet, so I'm going to talk about these two because they kind of align to what I was picking up for you. There's something, Gemini, that's just sort of bumming you out. And again, like I said, like if I was your friend, I wouldn't be overly concerned about you, right? But you're in a bit of a funk, and there's something that's weighing on you, and you're not quite sure what you want to do with it. It feels to me like with this obstacles or detours in the right direction, it could be something that you really wanted, something that you thought was something. No, it's something you wanted to go a specific way. That's what this is. Something you wanted to go a very specific way did not pan out the way that you wanted it to, and that's got your energy just in a funk. But it was meant to be. It was meant to work out the way that it did. It was meant to go the way that it did, ultimately. And it's really important that you process that and realize that the fact that it didn't work out, it's okay. It's the universe redirecting you towards something that's better for you, or something that's going to work out in a better way. It's important that you shift your energy, though, because whatever's going on internally for you, so if you're feeling defeated, if you're feeling disappointed, if you're feeling down, if you're feeling whatever it is, that internal energy it's starting to shift and cause things to outside of you. Your outer experiences are starting to align to that energy of disappointment. And so you're just bringing in more things that are not going to go the way that you wanted them to, things that are going to take longer than you wished, being disappointed in the outcome of things. You're pulling more and more of that in because your energy itself is in that kind of defeated space. Let's see what this one is. Oh, I just made that very dark. Hold on. Here we go. The universe works fast when I'm having fun. Guys, it's really important. I'm going to leave these cards here. I'm just going to push them up. It's really important to get yourself out of this funk. whatever you need to do in order to make it happen, do it. If you feel like there is something that you need to just, for some of you, I feel like you just need to throw a fit about what didn't work. Get all that anger that you're trying not to process out. For some of you, I don't think I mentioned this, but I just spoke about it like I did, so I'm going to go back up. Some of you, I feel like you're stuck in this kind of disappointment space because you haven't allowed yourself to have what feels like a blow up. Because really, you're mad. Like, the true emotion that's underneath it is you're really pissed off and you're angry. But you're sitting in a place of just feeling defeated and disappointed. But if you actually allowed yourself to feel the real emotion, then I think you would respond to things in a different way, right? So if you need to confront someone, if you need to, have a what feels like a very direct conversation with somebody, or just really, let's say that you really wanted a job, right? I'm just going to use this as, some of you, this might be true, but I'm using this as just an analogy. Let's say you really had your hopes that you were going to get this job, and you went through the process and you got to the final round of interviews and you were like, this is mine. I know 100% I'm going to get it. This is meant to be mine. And then you didn't get the job, right? And you've sat in this and you've just gotten yourself into a funk about it. If you would just allow yourself to just go out into the woods and scream, or, break a dish. You need to just have this moment where you let the actual anger come to the surface, and then you release it. But it's like you're trying to suppress your emotions to prevent yourself from blowing up. And that's why you're kind of stuck. And you're not able to shift your energy into where you need to be, which is thinking, okay, well, you know what, that job, that person, that situation maybe wasn't for me. Or, I'm not ready to give up on this. I'm going to go and I'm going to fight for this person, or I'm going to have a conversation with this person. Whatever it is, you're not going to be able to do any sort of action-based approach on this until you really let yourself get out of the funk, right? Give me more insight into Geminis, please. The Tower. I mean, I'm right. I know I'm right on this reading. I feel your energy very, very intensely. You gotta let this blow up. You gotta let it blow up. It's so interesting to me because you know what needs to happen. You know that you need to allow yourself to really feel what you truly feel about this, and you're not letting yourself do it. And so really, it's almost like the depression and the funk that I'm feeling, it's even less about the thing itself, and it's more about the fact that you're not allowing yourself to do what you know you need to do, say what you need to say. Emperor reversed. Now, typically the Emperor reversed is not that great of a card, but in this situation, I think it is, right? What does the Emperor reverse represent? It represents anger. It represents kind of blowing up. It represents lashing out about the things that you're not okay with. It's embracing that energy. The Tower coming out with the Emperor reversed. Oh, wait, there's the Empress. Sorry. Kind of the same energy, though, right? The shift for that, though, with it being the Empress, it's less necessarily about just completely going, full rage, right? And instead, it's more of just being, allowing yourself to express what it is that you truly need to express. The Empress reversed is quite a selfish energy. It's really about being in a place of being impatient, being needy, potentially being dependent on something or a situation. The end result for that, though, the end result for that card with the Tower, it's the same sort of energy. It's letting yourself just say what you want to say what you truly feel. There's this thing that keeps coming to my mind, and I'm hesitating to mention it until I see a card that confirms the energy. Some of you, Okay, for some of you, this is a situation that's related to either your work or your lifestyle. This Nine of Pentacles, when we're in the energy of the Nine of Pentacles, we're in a place where we're able to take care of ourselves. We have what we need. Our life is one where if we want something, we can get it. If there's, and what I mean by that is, if we want a new home, we're able to get a new home. If we want to have, we want to take a trip, we can take it. But also, if we want to advance our career, then there's opportunity for it. There's opportunity for us to grow and expand. We're in a career that we feel is worth putting in our efforts and our energy into that. If we want to have a partner, then we're able to attract a partner that is the type of partner that we want. The Nine of Pentacles is a really good card, right? But you have this Four of Swords that's come out with it. And there's an energy here about realizing that you have to take a moment to just do what I just did. Like, you have to just take a breath. And you have to allow yourself to reset your energy. There's a need for you to be patient, but you don't feel like you can be. Right? Internally, you're so frustrated, you're so annoyed that this isn't working out the way that you want it to, that you're creating more and more and more delay from being able to actually get to this. And so that's why I'm saying, it's like, if you need to just rage, if you need to just scream, if you need to just say, oh my God, I hate this so much and I'm pissed off about it and I don't want to feel this way and why can't this work out? Like, if you need to just have like a breakdown, do it, because it's not going to last long. It's not like you're going to be in that space for weeks. You're going to be in that space for like 2 or 3 minutes. And then when you're done, you're probably going to be sitting laughing at yourself. But in the space that you're in now, you have kept yourself in this sort of like funky, depressed, sad, gloomy, moody space. And you've been there for a while, it feels like, right? And because you're not in this space of having fun, the universe can't unstick you. Like, you can't get unstuck. Because you're not doing what you need to do in order to let this out. It's funny because, this is the Empress card. I wouldn't be shocked if the Emperor came out reversed too, because I'm still picking up on a lot of anger. Not to say the Empress can't be like angry energy, but the Empress is much more like, the Empress is kind of like, often I'll say like it's energy that's a bit smothering. I think maybe for some of you, the reason you're not blowing up is because you don't want to like put that on other people. But I don't think this necessarily needs to involve anyone else. This doesn't necessarily feel like it's about another person. Okay. I think overwhelmingly most of you, this is really just frustration at life, something that you want to achieve. And it feels like it could be about work. It could just be about your, where you're living, wanting to live in a better place, wanting to live in a different place, wanting to, upgrade something, upgrade your car, upgrade your clothes, wanting to take a trip, wanting to go somewhere and not being able to. It's frustration with things not happening at the pace that you want them to, or not being able to get where you want to be, now. Having to wait. That's, I think, most of you listening to this. I've hesitated to say this because, again, I feel like it's just a small group of you. But it keeps coming up energetically. For some of you, there's an actual person that you are so angry with. And it's interesting because the anger feels like it's more so about disappointment than anything else. You just feel like, for those of you who I want to address this before I flip more cards, because I just want to clear this energy because it keeps bubbling up. For those of you that are really thinking about another person, right? You went into this listening and you're thinking about another person and you just need to hear about that person. if you need to have the conversation, have the conversation, but you have to have a real conversation. You can't, it has to be a tower moment, right? And with the Empress coming out here in that situation, you can't hold back in terms of feeling like I'm going to sound crazy, or I'm going to sound like, oh my God, this person is so like, what are they even saying? You can't have that be your thought process going into the conversation, because that conversation, if you're going to have it, it has to be real. So if you really want to be like, how dare you walk away and give up on us because what we had was real, and you are acting like it was nothing, and I'm pissed off that you like walked away and abandoned me. That's what you need to say. You can't just come in and be like, well, I'm really disappointed, because that's not true, right? So for those of you who are thinking about another person, the conversation it will be a very risky conversation, because you have to be real. You have to be real. But I don't think that's most of you. But let me know in the comments. Let me know in the comments what was resonating for you, okay? I want to take a look at this Tower card. I want to get a little bit more insight into it, because that's something that is consistent, regardless of whether this is just about your lifestyle or a relationship or a connection with another person. There's the need to have this Tower occur. I think we had a card that flipped in this deck too. Yeah. Okay. Nine of Wands showing itself. We have this card. I'm just going to leave it right there. These two cards have come out kind of on their sides. I'm going to leave them like that. But I'm going to start with this Nine of Wands and talk to you about this energetically. The Nine of Wands, to me, usually as a card, I like it because it represents a place where we're setting boundaries, we're keeping boundaries, we're really leaning in on our ability to continue to be strong in a situation, continue moving forward on it, chipping away at something, making progress on it, right? In this particular situation, I think that it's not that great of a card, because I think that's what you've been doing. You've just kind of been trying to deal with things, keep going, let things play out, give things time, give things space, and it's not working. You have to just let the Tower happen. The Nine of Wands is actually kind of preventing you from having what needs to happen actually happen, right? You have two cards here. Both of these, again, are coins. So, I typically do love readings, but this feels very much like just life or professional because of the pentacles that are showing up here. If you don't let yourself do what you know you need to do, you end up in a place where you're not really able to make any headway. You're not able to begin moving yourself towards where you want to be. You continue to stay stuck. And on top of that, even more so, it's like, in order for you to truly do what it is that you want to do and accomplish what you want to accomplish, you really have to be in a space where you're able to envision being there. You're in a space of being able to envision having abundance, having everything that you need, right? The King of Pentacles, upright, this is the life they have, right? They have a life of luxury, and they also have the Ten of Pentacles, which means they're usually sharing it with someone, right? Because they're a king, they're not a knight or a page. The king and queen tend to represent where you've partnered with someone else. That person, right, is adding into the richness. But you're blocked in being able to manifest that. And so what's actually coming through here is where you're looking and you're making comparisons to other people. You're jealous of what other people have. You're not able to really follow through on things. You don't have the motivation that you need. And the reason for that is because of this low, funky energy. It's blocking you from being able to have the stability that you need to get yourself moving. Because you don't have the motivation. That's coming through so much. There's just no motivation. Page of Cups reversed here. You know, it's interesting because this Page of Cups, if I was going to just describe the Page of Cups to someone, then I would say words like immature, overly sensitive, maybe a little bit bratty. The Page of Cups is very similar to the Empress reversed. This feels to me like you don't want to come across this way. You don't want to come across as being immature. You don't want to come across as being, overly sensitive. You don't want to be misunderstood. You don't want what you want to say to be misunderstood. But the only way saying what you want to say would be misunderstood is if you don't say it in an honest, direct way. Right? You have to communicate honestly. You have to say what it is you truly want to say. One thing I will say here is, if this is making sense for you, sometimes in readings I feel like I have two groups of people. Some of you are really listening to this and you're thinking about a relationship, not necessarily even romantic. Some of you might be thinking about a romantic partner. Some of you might be thinking about a friendship that's gone wrong. Some of you might be thinking about, a fight that you had with your sibling. Okay? That's some of you. Others of you are just absolutely like, this is about my life. This is about the lifestyle I want. This is about work. This is about career. For that group of you, that it is more about profession, this energy here feels like the place that you're working does not deserve you, does not appreciate you, is not going to lead to anything that's going to benefit you. And you're still choosing to stay there rather than be like, you know what, I deserve better and this is my 2-week notice. And it's even like you're not even allowing yourself to look for other jobs. I feel like there are other things you could be doing, but you're not even allowing yourself to do that because you've just gotten yourself in this defeated energy. Where it's like, now's not the time to try to change jobs. I just need to stick this one out. But the universe wants to present you with other things. And this job is, it just, the more you stick to it, if you're thinking about a job, this could work with a relationship, but it's different. It's different energy. That's why this is confusing, right? For those of you who are dealing with a relationship, it isn't like you're actively in that relationship and stuck in it. It's you're out of that relationship and you're pissed off that you're out of it because you feel like this person gave up too soon, walked away when there wasn't a need to, and you haven't confronted that person and expressed to them how hurt and sad and disappointed you were. That's the relationship side of it. The professional side of it, you are stuck in it. You are staying in a job or you are limiting yourself because you feel like that's what you need to do. But that's not the case, right? Regardless of what side you're on, the universe wants to try to fix this, but you have to approach it from a very specific way. Give me more insight. I still want to look at this tower. What's the best way to deal with the tower? What's the best way for Gemini to deal with it? Geminis, those twins. It's so hard to read for Gemini at times. It's funny, I think some of you are going to be like, no, it's both. It's the relationship and the job. Two of Swords here, okay? You're just in a place where you don't know what to do and you're not willing to do it and you aren't really sure which way you want to go, and it's that indecision of the Gemini mind of going back and forth and thinking this and thinking that and trying to approach it from all angles, and but you've been doing this already, right? Like you've been in this Four of Swords space, but you're just not letting yourself listen. You're not letting yourself come out of that and be in a better space You're not allowing yourself to blow up if you need to blow up. You're not allowing yourself to walk away from something if you need to walk away from it. Like, indecision has you stuck. Let the Tower happen. I'm going to actually, hold on, Gemini. I have my keyboard here. I'm going to type that for you guys so I can remember to name the video that. Because that sums up both sides of this, right? Because it's like, even for those of you that are looking at this in terms of a relationship, I feel like you're still in your head about it. Part of you is like, no, this is someone I want to fight for. This is someone that I feel like this is the moment where I can show them how much they mean to me. Because if I don't allow them to just walk away, then that will show them that they matter. That'll show them that I care. And I need to do that. I need to come in and fight. And then as soon as you have that thought, you flip, this indecision happens, and you think, well, I don't know, maybe I just need to give them space. Maybe I just need to give them time. Maybe I need to just let them like come back to me. Or maybe I need to wait and see if they come back, and then that'll let me know that I can trust them. Right? Do you see what I mean about that? If it's professional, it's like one day you come in and you're like, they don't deserve me. I need to find something else. I need to move on. I have a life that I want to build. I'm not putting up with this. And then after your lunch break, you're like, I should just be thankful to have a job. I just need to grin and bear it. I just need to settle down. I don't need to uproot everything. I need to just, right? It's like you can't make any decision. But this card, right? This Tower card is the card that's just screaming energetically. When I look at these cards, I just keep going back to that Tower card because it's like, it needs to happen. Change needs to occur. And it needs to be a big change. It needs to be, it's this card is literally an exploding volcano. Right? It's not a stick to it and see what happens. It's make a move. You gotta make a move. You gotta make a big move. Okay. Any additional insight for Geminis regarding this reading? Any insight, information that's helpful for the sign of Gemini? I go through one more time. It felt like some cards might want to come out. There's one. Woo. Okay. Guys. So many pentacles. Okay. Where to start here? I want to start here. Nine of Cups coming out as a block. And it's interesting because it's really your unwillingness to make a move on this, to pull a trigger on this one way or the other, that's preventing you from actually being able to have something that feels like what you want. You're actively blocking yourself from what could be like your wish fulfillment, a dream coming true sort of situation, because you're keeping yourself stuck. You're keeping yourself stuck in the dissatisfaction rather than going after what, could feel like you're chasing after something you really truly want. You have to commit. You have to be willing to pull the trigger. The Queen of Cups coming out as a block. The Queen of Cups for me is kind of like the minor arcana expression of the Empress, right? So right now you're in this lower level blocked when you need to have this Empress come out fully reversed with this Tower. Like, I typically wouldn't advise that in a reading, but it's what's needed here. You need to blow up. You need to blow up, and not in a violent way. Like, I'm not encouraging you to do anything violent or dumb, but there are emotions that need to just get out of you. There are emotions that need to come out. So let's talk about these last two cards, and then we'll get an Oracle card to close things out. So you have the Six of Pentacles coming out with the Eight of Pentacles, and the Six of Pentacles being reversed. I don't like this, but I feel like it's more I feel like it's more about you, right? You're not allowing your side of things to be heard. The Six of Pentacles, when it's reversed, represents stinginess, or something that's one-sided, something that has strings attached to it, where it's not an equal give and take. And I feel like it's because you aren't really letting your true feelings be known. And if you would let yourself express your true feelings, then you could potentially see a big shift. It could lead to something that allows you to start to grow and learn and understand and master the path towards what it is that you want, right? Like letting go of things, expressing yourself, releasing that holding on, being in this place of indecision, not speaking, not allowing the tower to happen. If you can shift that so that you're giving your true feelings, you're expressing yourself openly, you can turn this card so it's, you're actually giving people something, and then you can take what the person says back to you in response. It moves you to this Eight of Pentacles, which is right getting you to the edge of this Nine. Okay, let me grab the Oracle deck. Getting advice or guidance for the sign of Gemini, please, specific to this reading. It's the best thing for Gemini to know or understand. To close out the energy of this reading, please. We've got 3 again. I'm just going to read these to you. I want you to really let whatever these cards say settle into your mind and think about these, okay? The moment I embrace my peace within and surrender the outcome is the moment that the universe can truly get to work. When I lean on the faith of the universe, peace becomes real and energy flows where my intention goes. Okay, so Geminis, thank you for hanging out with me. I hope that you got some insight and guidance into this. Please go into the comments and let me know what this was. Again, I feel like I was reading for all these different needs and all these different people, but that's also just what happens when I read for you, because it's like that Gemini energy of kind of two sides of things. So let me know if this made sense. Let me know if it was helpful. I hope it was. Again, I'll be back in a few weeks with insight into January. Clear this out in December as best you can, hopefully. And again, if you want me to take a look at any of this more in depth, specific to you, your energy, your life, you can email me, keaghantarot@gmail.com, and book a personal reading. Thanks a lot.